You guys ready? Let's make some frickin' money. It's time for Puckett with Joe. Hey, happy Wednesday, everyone. Jo Madden here. It's time for Puckett with Joe. Over here on YouTube, we got 5 games we're going to go over. We're going to start it off with the Seattle Kraken taking on the Dallas Stars, then the Colorado Avalanche versus the Utah Mammoth, the Vegas Golden Knights versus the LA Kings, which Panarin is getting his start debut there at home for the LA Kings, but we know Fiala will be out of the lineup, sadly, after having that horrible injury playing for Team Switzerland. We then have the Winnipeg Jets. Don't get your hopes up. We're not having Connor Hellebuck. Crombie will be between the pipes versus the Vancouver Canucks, and we'll finish it up with the Edmonton Oilers versus the Anaheim Ducks. If you're looking for the first 3 games that the puck drops at 7 p.m. Eastern, check out my other video. And apologies for the light in here. I think I need to get some blackout shades because I've got my blind shut and it's really bright, but my computer is also shining a lot of light today. Not sure what is going on, but let's get into these games. The Kraken, 3rd in the Pacific. Weird to say they're 3rd in the Pacific, are plus 138 out there on the road taking on the Dallas Stars. These teams have split thus far this series, with the Stars getting that last win in November, 3-2. So split on the season 1-1. The Stars are minus 166 on the money line, sitting 3rd in the Central. Now we know Mikko Rantanen, he suffered an injury in the Olympics as well. He is on the IR with a lower body injury right now, so we won't see him hit the ice. We got a total of 5.5. Now the Kraken are fighting for playoff hopes here, right? Sitting 3rd in the Pacific is not going to last. I see the Kraken dropping down to the bottom of the Pacific. Well, not the bottom. We still have the Canucks and the Calgary Flames who are struggling, but I don't see them staying 3rd in the Pacific for long. So I'm looking at this one for Dallas to get off to a hot start. They're at 16-7-3 at home. I think Jason Robinson's going to be hugely impactful tonight. He got snubbed out of the Olympics, you guys, and that's crazy to think. So I'm going to take Jason Robinson for 2+ points. I'm going to take him for the anytime goal for the Dallas Stars. I'm going to look at Dallas on the puck line. I think they get up fast. They win this in a 4-2 style game. So give me Dallas minus 1.5 at plus 148. As for that total, it's 5.5 minus 105 to the over. If you want to bet the total, isolate the Dallas Stars team total. I take that over the 3.5. Don't count on the Seattle Kraken for much in this game. Then we got the Colorado Avalanche taking on the Utah Mammoth. Battle of the Central. Colorado is 1st in the Central right now, and we see Utah sitting 4th. Now looking at Colorado, McKinnon and Cale Makar both played for Team Canada. They're going to come out here guns a-blazing, especially against Clayton Keller, who played for Team USA and got that gold medal. He's got 37 assists, 54 points on the season. He plays for Utah. So I think that kind of dynamics will add to this game. I do think Colorado with Scott Wedgwood between the pipes has every ability to win this and win this by margin. The last time these teams met up, Colorado only won it by 1 goal. It was a 1-0 game. Vermelka, he's got solid numbers, a 2.52 goals against average and 903 save percentage. But I do think the Avs are going to be too much for Utah in this matchup. Look for McKinnon, look for Makar to play strong. You look at Colorado on the road, they're 16-6-5 out there on the road. So, and 8-1 in the Central Division. So they're going to come out nice and solid. If anyone's getting on the board for Utah, it'd be Clayton Keller. Clayton Keller is just a stud out there on the ice, but this one's all about the Avs for me. Next, let's turn to the Vegas Golden Knights taking on the LA Kings. Like I said from the tip, you guys, Panarin is making his debut here for the LA Kings, and you got to count on Panarin to come out solid in this debut. He has 19 goals and 38 assists on the season playing there for the New York Rangers. Panarin is going to be fire in these lines for the LA Kings. He's going to add that offensive edge that we know the LA Kings just haven't had. He's so needed over here by this team. Look for Panarin to score a goal tonight. Take him for that anytime goal. Now we know Fiala is out of the lineup after that injury. Vegas rolling in here with Aiden Hill getting the start. They did win the last meeting on February 5th, 4-1. Forsberg coming out here for the LA Kings. But look at this one. Mark Stone for Vegas, he played for Team Canada as well. There's a lot of playmakers out there that, you know, they're going to come out. They're going to be players that played for Canada, going to feel a little jaded. with not getting the win, but I also think players that didn't play will step up. So it's going to be interesting to see how these players come out. But I'm banking on the Kings here at home, you guys. You look at them, they're minus 160, though, on the money line. You've got the Vegas Golden Knights at plus 132, and you got a total of 5.5, minus 124 to the under. I would look at the Kings to be able to get this win. I would see it in 60 minutes in regulation. If you're looking at in reg, that's going to bring down that number. But I do think another way is looking Kings first period. So I know Vegas has been solid in the first period. I think maybe a little bit of a sleeper in this one, but looking at the LA Kings in reg in the 60 minutes, plus 105. That brings it down from a minus 160 to a plus 105, and I'm willing to go there. I think the Kings get it done in 60 minutes. I don't see overtime between these two straight out of the Olympic break. Maybe as we go later in the season when they match up again. Then we got the Winnipeg Jets taking on the Vancouver Canucks. Eric Crombie coming in here for the Winnipeg Jets. He's got a 2.84 goals against average and 892 save percentage. The Canucks are starting Tolopilo between the heights. He's got a 2.78 goals against average and 910 save percentage. The Canucks are dreadful. You can't back them with your hard-earned money, you guys. They're 6-17-4. So if you don't want to back the Winnipeg Jets, who we know have had those struggles, this team, I can't believe how far they've fallen from last year to this year. They have the talent. They've been dealing with injuries. Josh Morrissey did get injured in the Olympic Games as well, so he won't be making the ice. Kyle Connor, Mark Scheifele, how come they didn't get that nod to make the Olympics? I think both of these players will come out nice and solid in this matchup here. So look for Kyle Connor to get that anytime goal. They won 4 of the last 5 meetings versus the Vancouver Canucks, and all 4 of those 5 were by 2-goal margins, you guys. They won that last meeting on November 5th, 5-3. Look for the Vancouver Canucks to struggle in this and the Winnipeg Jets to win and cover the puck line. I'll lay the 1.5 at plus 190. This team knows they need to have a huge push if they want any chance of making the playoffs. So give me Winnipeg, laying the 1.5 at plus 190. Give me the first period for the Winnipeg Jets as well. And I'd look at their team total over the 3.5. They're going to score in this game. That total is plus 106 only because of the lack of offense out there for the Vancouver Canucks. And then the Edmonton Oilers versus the Anaheim Ducks, you guys. You got the Oilers rolling in as a minus 126 favorite. You've got a total of 6.5. That's juiced. Highly juiced. It's minus 152 to the over. That tells you you're going to see a lot of goals. Now, the last time these teams matched up, the Oilers scored over the 6.5 themselves. They put 7 goals on the board. The Ducks answered back with 4. Could the Ducks be quacking tonight? Can they get a win here at home? Well, if you think so, they're plus 105 on the money line. Not enough value for me to take them against the Edmonton Oilers. Connor McDavid's going to be sour. Not sure if he's playing here tonight. But you've also got Leon Draisaitl, who, don't forget, went out in the quarterfinal rounds for Germany as Slovakia came out and took them down. Something I didn't see happening. So looking at this one, I'm looking for just that high-scoring game. The 6.5 is too highly juiced, though. The first period over 1.5, same storyline, you guys. It is too highly juicy over 1.5. You are looking at that to go to, let me just see the odds, minus 168. Even less value, but both teams to score in the first period. That's a nice way to go. It's coming at plus 138. And I do think both teams can get on the scoreboard. The Edmonton Oilers are starting Tristan Jarry, and then Dostal starting here for the Anaheim Ducks. If you think this one's going to go under the 6.5, let me know. It's a hard one to take to the under. If we see scoring really quick, you could live bet the under at that point. If these teams are able to both score quickly in that first period and then live bet it. But I wouldn't play around with a side in this one. I think the Ducks are alive, but the Ducks at that price isn't something I'm interested in. So it should be a great night out there on the ice. Again, if you're looking for the first 3 that drop at the 7 p.m. Eastern hour, that's in another video. So check it out. I'm going to try to get these videos up on the daily, covering all of the games. So always stay tuned here to YouTube on Jo Madden Sports. Recap time quickly for anyone who skipped ahead. The Kraken versus the Stars. Give me the Stars to win this 4-2. I'll lay the puck line there with the Stars for that great plus money. Give me Jason Robinson for the anytime goal. The Avs versus Utah. The Avs, give me not Connor McDavid, Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar to have big nights here for the Avs as they look to come out with a vengeance after losing with Team Canada. Give me the Avs on the puck line at -1.5 for that great plus money. Look for the Avs to start hot as well in this game. The Vegas Golden Knights versus the LA Kings. Give me Panarin of the Kings in his debut to net at the goal. Give me the Kings to come out and be able to get the win, but to bet it, you got to take it in reg at +105 as they are the favorites here. The Jets and the Canucks. Give me the Winnipeg Jets to have a big game here. They beat the Vancouver Canucks in 4 of the last 5 meetings, and in all 4 of those by 2 goals. I'll take the puck line laying the 1.5 for them. Kyle Connor for the anytime goal. And then when we look at the Oilers versus the Ducks, I like the first period over 1.5, too highly juiced. Give me both teams to score in the first period at +138. That's the best value I can find on the board. I do think it goes over the 6.5. Again, that's too highly juiced. Look for quick goals, and then for us to bet an under 8.5, dare I say, we get it. But you guys are absolutely the freaking best. All the best in all your bets. Until next time. Stay hot. Let's make some freaking money. If you want these shows to be live, we just got to get the viewership up a little bit, you guys. So help me out. Share it with a friend. Let's make some freaking money. I'll see you tomorrow.